All right, so this packet is on chapter 9, looking at measurement, length, area, volume, weight, and temperature. So looking at the first section, we're talking about converting measurements. So an example, if we want to go from feet to inches, here we have just some simple conversion factors. 12 inches to 1 foot, 3 feet is equal to 1 yard, 36 inches is equal to 1 yard, 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. So we're looking at trying to go from feet to inches. So that means we would use the conversion factor that depends on inches and feet or leans on inches and feet. And we can set it up one of two ways. We can do 1 foot over 12 inches or 12 inches over 1 foot. And so the way we would use this one is we would multiply 5 feet times 12 inches over 1 foot. So whatever your initial measurement is has to be down bottom so that they can cancel out. Feet over feet will cancel. So as long as you have this foot measurement on top and the foot measurement on bottom, they will cancel. And then from there, we multiply across. Notice we started off with your 5 feet over 1, setting it up as a fraction. Anything alone, you can put that over 1 if you want to set it up as a fraction. And then here you multiply. And once again, since we're trying to go to inches, we do 12 inches over 1 foot so that the foot over foot measurement can cancel. Then multiply across. 5 times 12 is 60. And we're in inches. And that leaves us where we want to be. So we have 40 inches to feet. So we still use the 12 inches equal to 1 foot conversion factor, but this time the inches will be down bottom because we're starting off with inches. So we do 40 inches over 1, and we're going to multiply that times 1 foot over 12 inches. Inches on top, so now we need inches on bottom. Multiply across. 40 times 1 is 40 on top. 1 times 12 is 12 down bottom. 40 divided by 12 would be 3.3 feet. Next one, 13,200 feet to miles. We use a measurement or the conversion factor of 1 mile to 5,280 feet. Feet is going to go down bottom, miles on top. Feet will cancel, multiply across, that's 13,200 miles over 5,280. Divide that out, that'll be 2.5 miles. Next one, we want to go from inches to yards. So there's 1 yard for every 36 inches, or 36 inches equal to 1 yard. Inches need to go down bottom because that's where we're starting with. Multiply across, that'll be 9 over 36. Your inches will cancel out, and that's 0.25 yards. If I want to go from 16 pounds to tons, there are 2,000 pounds for every 1 ton. So 16,000 pounds over 1 is how we started off. Put my 2,000 pounds down bottom, 1 ton on top in the next fraction. Now if we multiply across, those pounds will cancel. 16,000 over 2,000 would be 8 tons. The metric system. We have our general prefixes that we will be using. We have kilo, hecto, deca. We have our bases, which is gram, meters, and liters. Deci, centi, and milli. Now it does get very large. The prefixes can get very large, way larger than kilo. You know, you got mega and giga. It can get way larger, way smaller than milli. You got nano and pico. But these are your general prefixes, the ones that we will use. Kilo represents 1,000, hecto is 100, deca is 10. Base is going to be your ones place or the value of 1. Deci is 1/10, centi 100, 1/100, milli 1/1000. Here are the abbreviations for those prefixes. And so what we do, how we will use the metric system, we can put this K, this kilo, in front of either one of your bases. And that will be a measurement. So kilogram, kilometer, kiloliter, or we did centi, that's centigram, centimeter, centiliter. So we can use them in any fashion. And notice the order is going to matter. It increases by 10 and decreases by 10 accordingly. So when we look at the order has to matter in that value factor. So we have King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. will be a way that we can remember the order of our conversion. So key is kilo, hecto, deca. B is for your base. So either one of your bases would fit there, whether it be meter, gram, or liter, depends on what you're measuring. Deci, centi, and milli. So if you go back, if you're measuring weight, that's going to be gram, length, meter, volume is liter. So if I want to convert 504.7 meters to kilometers, all I would do is first I would find where is meters. Your meters right here. And I want to go to kilometers. So I'll go from meters and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the left to get the kilometers. Notice I am in meters and I want to go to kilometers. So this is why the order matters, because if you have the wrong order, then you shipping your decimal will be incorrect as well. So you start off in meters, and to get the kilometers, you go 1, 2, 3 to the left. And that's what we do with our decimal. Find your decimal, go 1, 2, 3 to the left, and that's 0.5047 kilometers. So if I have 27.3 hectometers and I want to go to centimeters, I go to hectometers. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right in order to get to centimeters. From hectometers, centimeters is 4 moves to the right. So I take my decimal and move it 4 to the right using zeros as placeholders if I need them. And that will give me 273,000 centimeters. All of your metric units, your metric system work in this fashion. So no matter whether you're dealing with grams, meters, or liters, you will take on the same operation. So if I'm looking at grams, I'm going from decigrams to decagrams. I would start with decigrams, and I go 1, 2 to get the decagrams. And so I take my decimal, move it 2 places to the left, and that's 8.1235. Right. So let me see. When we go to converting, and I can create other slides for this. If we go to converting US, what we're dealing with initially was our US metric system, US system, not metric system. This is our US system. And then we have our metric system. Now, if you want to convert from US to metric, you will follow along these same lines. You will find the conversion factor, set up your fraction, and multiply accordingly. The only one you will not have to do that for is just the metric system alone. If you're doing strictly metric system, all you're doing is moving your decimal to the right or left. But if you're dealing with the US at all, in any way or form, if you're doing US conversions or US to metric, you have to follow this format of conversion in which you set up your initial measurement over 1, find the conversion factor, and then multiply it accordingly and simplify. The last thing out of chapter 9 that's different is our temperature, going from Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. Here's the formula. It's the same relationship. It's just that in this formula, you solve it for F. If you solve your formula for F, this is what you get, which is Fahrenheit. Or if you solve it, that same formula for C, in other words, subtract 32, multiply both sides by 5/9, you get this relationship right here. So it's the same thing, just solve for C or solve for F. All right, so if I have 35 degrees Celsius and I want to convert to Fahrenheit, I will use this formula right here, F is solved. I will plug in for C and calculate. So that's 9/5 times 35 plus 32. So 9/5 times 35, you plug it in your calculator, is 9 times 35 divided by 5. That'll be 63. And 63 plus 32 is 95. So once again, if you have your Celsius and you want to convert it to Fahrenheit, you plug it in for C and then simplify to figure out what it would be in Fahrenheit. So if you have your Fahrenheit, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, you want to convert it to Celsius, you take your Celsius formula, plug in F. So we take 98.6, plug it in for F. 98.6 minus 32 is 66.6. Multiply that times 5/9. You can go to your calculator. It's 5 times 66.6 divided by 9. And then that should give you 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, and this, my previous class was asking about order of operations. If you have any questions about order of operations, shoot me an email, let me know. I have another link on the video that discusses order of operations in more details. All right, and so that's it for that packet. Let me know if you have any questions on anything I've said.